I absolutely live for a writer who is not so stuck on their characters that they don't have a problem getting rid of all of them. Old Ryan Murphy. Let's talk about
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie?
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for American Horror Story Apocalypse. This is season 8, episode 3. Like I said, one of the things that I love about Ryan Murphy, he don't care about getting rid of characters. He'll just shut them down. There's really nobody that he won't kill. Let's go ahead and talk. Um, First things first. There was a whole exchange because we got Langdon is still doing his interviews. Well, he ends up doing an interview with Mallory. And Mallory's, she always been a little bit strange, but she has this whole little strange things going where I see everybody else is like scared of Langdon. She doesn't seem to be afraid of him at all. She seems to be really miffed about the whole situation. She seems a little irritated by the whole situation, which is a whole different emotion than being in this position where you're afraid of what's going to happen. Um, so they're having this back and forth, and in the midst of the back and forth, he's asking her, well, he's telling her he can see into her soul, and he can tell that she actually would really like to kill Coco's ass. And she's like, no, that's not true. I don't want to kill her. She does get on my nerves. She is absolutely ridiculous. And they actually did a flashback of a time when she actually made her wipe her coochie because she had just got her fingernails polished. A mess. But she said, I don't want to kill her. Yeah, I don't want her dead, but she's a bit much. So he's going on with her, and he ends up grabbing her arm because she's like, I'm done. I'm done talking to you. I'm leaving. And she gets ready to walk out. He grabs her. And again, not afraid. She says, get off of me. And he's still grabbing her. She said, I said, get off of me. Next thing you know, baby, flames shoot up. He goes flying across the room, and she's looking shocked. It was so very Jean Grey X-Men. I was like, oh, all right, honey, what's going on? And he looks at her and says, who are you? And she says, I don't know. Who are you? Baby, and he got so mad, he showed her his real face, honey. And he gave her his little devil face and gave her, oh, honey. And she's going, oh, it was you, child. Psh, get out of here, honey. And fired right back at him, baby. And the damn fire in the little fireplace blew up. I said, girl, she ain't think about your ass, Langdon. She's not scared of him. But I think he's a little scared of her. I think he's a little scared of her. So what the fuck is Mallory? And I'm thinking either Mallory is, because he ended up going and having a little talk with Satan, honey. He got down there in a little 5-point star and got to cutting himself. And Father, I thought I got rid of all of them. All of what? All of what, baby? All of what did you get rid of? So either she is an angel walking amongst us, or she's a supreme to come, is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe she's a supreme that doesn't know that she's in the line to become a supreme, and that's why he kind of fears her, and he would need to. He would need to. He was talking to that goddamn black ass woman. What's her name? Beverly. It was Beverly in last season. whatever her name is. But we found out that the other guy, Stu's boyfriend, is actually her son. And he flipped on her the same way that old boy's grandma flipped on him and told about her. I was like, oh. But Langdon knew her. He said, yeah, so we meet again. And she made a statement. I'm just trying to get to the promised land. I'm not powerful enough to stop whatever that is you got going on. So with her, I believe Nina, I believe her name is Nina. But I believe she is either some type of a witch or she is a bitch who sold her soul to the devil because she is of Oprah status. She's of Oprah status, and they made that very clear that she has a lot of earthly value. So I'm thinking she's either some form of a witch or she sold her soul to the devil, and it could be a cross of the two. She could be practicing dark magic. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm thinking on her. I think her name is Nina. Okay, so let's get down to Miss Mead. Miss Mead actually is a robot, you guys. She's a robot. They showed a timeline on her in 1962. They showed her as a little girl, dressed up for Halloween, and that was her first time dressing up. She dressed up as Rosie, the robot from the Jetsons. And then in 1968, she had went out on a date with this little guy. It was the first time she saw a horror movie. She actually was out watching Rosemary's Baby. How fitting. And she realized that she liked to be scared. Then in 1988, she did her first kill. She was actually an undercover agent, baby. She had a whole Kill Bill scene. Her and this undercover agent they was going at it, baby. They were fighting down. It was giving you total Kill Bill. I was like, y'all better get it on, honey. Anyway, so yeah, she is a robot, you guys. So as things are actually going on, we end up seeing out in the world the ex-boyfriend of Coco that survived the blast. Baby, his ass is ate up with cancer and the consumption, honey. He's fucked up. He look a mess. Baby, his hair done fell out all on the sides, and he got a little piece right here and some in the back. He looks a mess. But he got lesions and poor little thing. He's all tore up. But the one thing that kept him going, baby, is he's mad as hell. He's trying to find that goddamn Coco. I said, oh my. He's heard about the little spot where they're holding some rich folks. He's figured that's where that bitch is going to be, and he was going there to find her. So he's going around, and you see him. He done got so cold, he's killing folks and doing. And in the midst of all this, you see a carriage go by, another carriage with black horses going by, and he ends up hawking a ride and gets up underneath the carriage and is underneath. And it actually goes up. That carriage goes there, finds out there's literally when it breaches, they come out. I'm the big, the big bitch, and Ms. Mead, and there's nobody in the carriage. There's a box of apples, real pretty red apples. I said, don't trust it, honey, don't trust it. Here, he's underneath. They go ahead and take the apples and they send the big bitch back out to kill the horses. Well, in the midst of her going to kill the horses, he ends up coming from up underneath and he kills her. Stabbed her up in her neck, baby, gave it to her. I said, oh, Corey, got you, bitch. Tore her up. So, all of that's going on. What they end up doing, Ms. Mead and Venable come up with an idea. They said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to kill all these motherfuckers. That's how we're going to do this. We're going to kill them all. We're going to poison these apples, and we're going to have a party. We're going to kill them all. And they're going to do it all at one time. I said, okay, so that's what they did. They got venom from the snakes and injected them into the apples. By this time, old boy done breached his way back into the realm, and he's in there. Everybody's in costumes and all of that. While they're getting dressed, Mallory, the little hairdresser dude, um, and Coco get to going back and forth, and they're talking, and Mallory started sharing some of what her conversation was with Langdon, and I was like, Mallory, shut up, don't tell them nothing, just shut up. But she was explaining it, and Coco just played her. Was like, girl, you fucking crazy, bitch. You ain't made nothing. Got you on fire, bitch. You stupid. You ain't shit. And then she'll say, go ahead, bitch. Do it again. Make it happen now, bitch. And she couldn't do it. And she was like, see, I told you she's stupid. Shut up. I was like, oh, girl, she's a mess. So all of that went on. And they end up going to the party. So there's a guy in the party. Here it is. Coco is thinking that the guy in the party with all the latex on is Langdon. I said, y'all really be thinking that it's Langdon that's going to hang out with y'all. Langdon in his room. He ain't paying them no mind. Here it is. It was Bryce. Child, Bryce it leads back. She gonna tell him she gonna give him a little anal linguist. I said, a little what, bitch? Girl, stop. Anyway, told him I never gave it to my boyfriend, but I'll give it to you. Went on back there, honey. Got to telling him I got a short tongue and a bad gag reflex. He said, I know. Lifted up that mask, honey. She's like, oh, Bryce, hi, baby. This, that, and the other. He was like, happy Halloween, bitch. And stabbed her right in her goddamn forehead. I said, oh, got you, bitch. Got you, honey. Tore her ass up. So out in the ballroom, they're bobbing for apples. They get their apples, baby. They all eat their apples, and then they just drop one by one, throwing up. It was disgusting. They're all throwing up and shutting down, and just everybody died. I said, Ryan Murphy, I love you so much. I love you so much. He killed every last one of them. Every last one. Every ass was dead on the floor. I said, my kind of right, honey. Ain't saving nobody. Kill them all. You need to be able to make some hasty decisions to make sure you keep the watchers and the readers' attention. And that kept my attention. I said, they all dead. So where we going now? And I was excited. I was like, because all along I'm saying, okay, well, we know what's going to happen. No, when them bastards got to falling on that floor one at a time, I was like, yes, honey, where we going now? Brava, where are we going now, honey? Because they're all dead. Venable and Mead is sitting up there looking and watching them drop. Then they said, now let's go get Langdon. I said, come on, yeah, now let's see this. Y'all going down there messing around with old boy. They said, we're going to go in there and kill his ass. We're going to get his computer. And then we're going to go head on and hit it. We're going to go on about our business. Now, meanwhile, keep in mind, Bryce is walking around still. So they ain't even paid attention because they know that Venable and Mead actually knew that Langdon was still in his room. So it was a good thing that Bryce lured Coco on out of the room. They ain't paying attention to her not being there because it would have blew his cover. So he's somewhere still around. But they go in there, and then there's a standoff. And Venable tells Langdon, we're making the rules now. We're making the choices about who's going on. And honey, Mead is over there, got a gun pointed at Langdon. He says, you don't want to do that. You really don't. And then the next thing you know, Mead points the gun at Venable and caps the shit out of her. Shoots her straight in her chest. And says, why did I do that to her? He says, because I'm the one who programs you. The whole thing with the apples, that was all my plan. I made that plan. I programmed that into you. You were prototyped after a woman who cared for me, who loved me. The only woman who actually ever loved me. So those flashbacks she was having of the beautiful blonde boy, that was him being programmed from what's her face that that it was taking care of him back at Murder House. I said, Lord have mercy, Jessica Lange's character. Um, I said, okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. So we go through all of that, and that's going on, baby. Then we pan up to outside, and we see all this darkness and all bullshit, and then we see three silhouettes, honey, walking. I said, oh, here we go, honey. Here we go. It's the girls, honey. It's um Miss Myrtle Snow, Cordelia. Was it Cordelia? And Madison Montgomery, baby, marching onto the thing. They don't need nothing, baby, because they got a spell, I'm sure, around them, and they just walking, baby, just marching. They come on up in there, baby. They come in the door. They said, find our sisters, honey. They find them, and Cordelia goes ahead and does a little spell, baby, breathes a little life over them, honey, and the three whores sit up. And it's Mallory, Nina, and Coco. I said, why Coco? But them was the three witches that they brought back, baby, and that damn Madison leans down on Mallory and says, surprise, bitch. I bet you thought you seen the last of me. I said, yes, indeed. This was so good. I loved this episode. This episode, best one so far. I'm like, okay, I am all in. I am living for this, having a great time. Thank you, Ryan Murphy. See y'all next week.